Greetings, community. It's Kevin, Adventure Comics. I'm here to bring you another edition of Kevin's most anticipated reads tomorrow for New Comic Book Day, 1/17/2024. And hey, I appreciate you guys being here. I really do. Can't believe it's already the third weekend, and this list is high concentrate. It was very difficult to actually make the decision on who's going to be the Blue Light Special for this week. Almost all these reads were, and nearly all these reads, I've been having on every single month is my most anticipated read. So that's why it was so difficult to choose from. Before in which I actually get to the list, I want to appreciate everyone here that's already on the live. Las Cruces, Christina, Legend. Appreciate all you guys being here. I really do. And hey, you know what? You guys are most awesome. Really are. All right. Well, hey, let's start it off over at the Marvel side. We're going to start off with Amazing Spider-Man issue number 42. I've been really enjoying the series as a whole. Overall, this has been a really enjoyable series. I can't believe we're already 42 issues deep, and we're what, like 4 issues deep into the gang wars as far as Spidey's concerned? As far as officially kind of into it. My point being, I'm digging it. People have been on the outside talking highs and lows about the series as a whole, and some people have actually been kind of pooling on the whole gang war thing. But for me, this has been awesome. I really couldn't have hoped for anything more. The way it's been transpiring, the characters that are showing up, and the things that are going on, I'm digging it. It really does, and it more than tickles that nostalgia little itch, tickle itch, but it actually really scratches something that I think I'm enjoying quite a lot. See how I just tied all that together? A whole lot of nothingness, I mean a whole lot of lovingness. Basic Spider-Man issue number 42. Moving out from there, we're going to talk about Jackpot issue number 1. Mary Jane. She's getting her own little mini superhero book as far as her whole persona is concerned. I'm digging this. I've really been enjoying her new powers. This is really kind of cool. Putting a twist on Mary Jane, it actually empowers her a lot more as an individual in the series. What I mean by that is now in the Marvel universe, she can really be her own individual. And being that they end up tying her in so many times with Black Cat, I'm digging those stories too. This is a start of something that's going to end up bleeding over into a whole nother Jackpot Black Cat series. Again, both minis that I'm also looking forward to. That's going to end up being down there in the April side, but once the series is done. The writer for both series is the same individual, which I'm going to probably end up meeting tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to talking to that person about both series. So Jackpot issue number 1, again, is way up there on my list. But moving out from Jackpot, we're going to end up talking about Miguel Morales, Spider-Man issue number 3. That's Spider-Man 2099 for those you and me. And what we're going to end up getting is an introduction of Werewolf by Night 2099. It's no spoilers here. We know that we're getting all these new characters coming out. And I'm really liking this. Issue number 1 really floored me, and I really didn't see a lot of that coming. And the team up and the way everything was transpiring in the book, I forgot how much I'm a 2099 fan. So again, Miguel Morales, issue number 3, coming out tomorrow. That's 1/17/2024. But moving out from the Marvel side and cruising over to Dynamite, we're going to end up talking about very little, about one issue called Siren's Gate. Now, this is a Shannon Mayer book, and we're talking about issue number 5, and it's been a little bit in the waiting for me. I think we're about 3 months since the last issue. And yeah, overall, the book has been, for me, more art side. There's very little dialogue, which I don't mind, because we're getting in every page Shannon Mayer art. We're getting these beautiful portraits, this beautiful almost paintings in every single page. And I'm enjoying it, even though I have to wait for it. So Siren's Gate, issue number 5 out of Dynamite. I'm really digging it. All the classic monsters, but none of the classic settings. Shannon, you're killing it. I'm digging it. Moving out from the Dynamite and talking over at the Dark Horse side, we're going to talk about Usagi Yojimbo, Death and Honor, issue 3 of 3. I can't enjoy more than these reissues of Usagi in color than what's been transpiring. Seriously, what we're getting is all the old now and new, and it's even better in my opinion. Why? The art is just so much better. It's just killer to see not only just the colors, but the lines seem really clean and everything. Nothing seems rushed. Everything seems like it's It's a nice baby waiting to be nurtured and then slowly released into the wild. Usagi Jimbo is one of my favorite, and I'm just digging what they're doing over with the Dark Horse now that he's jumped back over on that side. But with the releases of all these little mini issues, it's just been really awesome for me because I really always enjoy these stories. And for me to kind of get some of the ones that I had missed and try to go back in history to try to gather them, well, it's a little too costly. But to get them now in these new releases with all the color, it's freaking awesome. So that's why Usagi Yojimbo, Death and Honor, issue 3 of 3 is coming out tomorrow, and I'm digging this. But hey, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about The Last Publisher, and The Last Publisher has 2 books that I'm going to refer to. That's Image Comics over, well, over at the two. I'm not certain if this is the last issue, but I do know that it's like getting close. And I'm going to talk about 2 issues in particular, one ending soon and one starting. One is What's the Furthest Place from Here, issue number 17. Now, I'm not certain, but I thought we are getting close to wrapping this thing up. And this has been nothing short of a wild ride. Initially, I was extremely lost, going, what the heck's going on? But I grabbed the seat, and I just held on to whatever I can hold on and went for the ride. This ride has been really wild and awesome. It's now, I feel, coming up to a wrap. And the reason why is a lot of the stuff that I was sitting there scratching my head going, what the hell is going on? It's starting to make sense. There was a lot of metaphors, a lot of symbolics, lot of references and odd ways about gods and the way we look at things and beliefs and what we worship and how our beliefs affect what we do with them and how we appreciate others and how theirs affects them and their lives. And in a post-apocalyptic world, sometimes that's all we have is a hope. So again, this What's the Furthest Place from Here has been such a unique story that I've been enjoying it so much that it's been, I believe, every month on my most anticipated reads. Now, I do highly recommend this book, especially if it is coming to a close relatively soon. For anyone that's really into something rather unique, definitely on the indie side, and something that's going to get you to scratch your head every once in a while, I highly recommend What's the Furthest Place from Here. And this, coming out tomorrow, is issue number 17, coming out on the 17th. See how I did that? But hey, that's not what we're here for. What we're here for is, that's right, the Blue Light Special. And this week's Blue Light Special is Cobra Commander, issue number 1. Now, I went a little stupid on this one, and what I mean by stupid, I've been buying way too many copies, so I'm gonna have to give some out. But what I've really been enjoying about this is the whole universe is just really formulated really well. Kirkman, you really knocked it out of the park when you took this and really built this universe correctly, in my opinion. You started out with Void Rivals. You slowly tantalized everybody with little tidbits of characters that we already knew. You end up introducing Transformers and then Duke later on with G.I. Joe, and now we got Cobra Commander. I knew this was in the works for almost now a year, and I did drop little things of people here and there in the chat. And I think there was a lot of individuals that didn't think that actually this was going to happen. Now we end up getting this whole thing with the last bit with Cobra Commander essentially releasing now. What we're getting is this formation of an Aragon universe that I believe everyone is going to be floored when it really hits and kicks everybody in the butt. When it happened with Void Rivals, again, it was just a matter of introducing a few characters. When Transformers came out, everyone realized that this is not the Transformers or the universe in which that we expected or remembered. Now that we end up getting Duke and G.I. Joe, it not only ended up giving us some of the characters in a way that we did remember, but we pointed in a direction in which that I think none of us anticipated. And here we are, Cobra Commander issue number 1. This is going to hit everyone so hard, in my opinion, and I believe everyone's going to be chomping on the bit to see what comes more. Kirkman, seriously, you're usually known with a heavy amount of dialogue in your books, much like this preview. But what I end up finding out when you end up giving us firepower is there's so much more to what you do and what you can do. I believe this whole universe is just that. I believe this is a final formation of a world, in my opinion, at your peak. that I believe is going to just affect everyone for the next few decades. I believe people are going to talk about this, and we're going to see cartoons and movies based off this universe. And I couldn't be happier. And that's it for me. Entropy. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Appreciate you.